Dwyane Wade is a legend on the basketball court, and he's a surefire pick to make the NBA's Hall of Fame. But in 2012, on the business side, he took a huge gamble, leaving the Jordan brand for Li-Ning. Here's the story behind the business move. Dwyane Wade had just concluded his 9th season with the Miami Heat. He was named an NBA All-Star, and the team's big three of LeBron James, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Bosh had just won their first of back-to-back championships. Dwyane Wade was on top of the basketball world. He had just turned 30 years old, and he was setting himself up nicely for the back end of his legendary career. But before the next season started, he bet on himself. He left the Jordan brand after just 3 years and signed a massive shoe deal with Chinese brand Li-Ning. The move puzzled a bunch of people at the time. Why would someone like Dwyane Wade leave a massive, multi-billion-dollar company like Nike during the height of their career for a less-known brand in China like Li-Ning? Well, the answer was actually pretty simple. He wanted to build his own legendary brand and generate long-term wealth. The Li-Ning deal paid Wade much more than Nike paid him at $10 million annually over 8 years. It gave him an equity stake in the company. It made him Li-Ning's chief brand officer, and it gave him his own Way of Wade sub-brand. But even with all of these incentives, Bleacher Report still called it a terrible career move in 2012. But fast forward a decade, and the gamble has paid off tremendously for the NBA superstar. Dwyane Wade signed a lifetime deal with Li-Ning in 2018 that reportedly pays him tens of millions of dollars annually. And now, the sub-brand, Way of Wade, has made its way to the United States after dominating the Chinese market for the last few years. But that's not all. He started to now add other NBA players to the Li-Ning roster. In 2020, Li-Ning signed a multi-year deal with NBA superstar Jimmy Butler, and Butler released his first signature shoe with the brand earlier in the year. But Li-Ning is also worn by other NBA players like D'Angelo Russell, CJ McCollum, Fred VanVleet, RJ Hampton, Udonis Haslem, and many others. Now, deals like this obviously won't be the right thing for every athlete, but I do think it's the perfect example of how some athletes are thinking about business today. Dwyane Wade gave up an annual check from Nike and the Jordan brand, and he got equity in a new company with good entrepreneurs at Li-Ning. And then he used the power of his audience, his distribution, his name, image, and likeness to build up an equity base that ultimately could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars to him, rather than doing it for someone else.